I'm Megan, and recently I tried to solve the greatest mystery in the world: how to make friends. My whole life, I felt like an outcast. Even in kindergarten, I was always alone, doing my own thing. It's not like I didn't want to hang out with the other kids. I just didn't fit in. I guess I've always been a little bit weird. I thought it would change by high school, but it really didn't. Every time I tried to make new friends, it didn't work out. For example, I would start to chat with someone, and they'd seem so uninterested in anything I had to say. But if I tried to ask questions about them, they also kinda didn't want to answer. It just never clicked. It seemed like nobody else had a problem like this. Everyone was hanging out in groups, and I was always alone. Nobody paid attention to me. At the start of this year, I desperately wanted to fix things and find people who I could call my friends. For example, I went up to one of the girls from our class and asked her how her summer was, and she was just like, it was alright. Then I said, cool, mine was a little boring, but I learned a lot of new things. Like, have you heard that there is this kind of fungi called cordyceps? And it grows on ants and other insects and, mind controls them? Cool, right? She just looked at me, confused, said, okay, and went back to her phone. It was so embarrassing for me, but every dialogue I had with someone would end up the same way. I asked one guy what kind of music he liked, and he said, I like a lot of different music. And I didn't know what to say to that, or how to continue the conversation. Why was talking with people so difficult? Was there something wrong with me, or with them? I don't know. Maybe I was a bit too weird. I decided to change my approach and try to talk with people about something they would find interesting, to kind of change myself to fit in. Mostly people were making small talk, and it was so bizarre to me that they were basically talking about nothing, or showing videos or memes to each other, or discussing something that's popular right now, but I don't know anything about it because I liked other stuff. Sometimes people weren't even talking to each other, but kinda hanging out close to each other. Then I tried to bring people small gifts, like a chocolate or something. Random but pleasant things. People in school were pretty happy about it, but it didn't lead to any friendships. I was still that weird girl. But then there was a golden opportunity. One of my classmates had a big party coming up and everyone was invited, even me. So I got myself ready for it and went to the party. And well, it happened again. I tried to talk with someone, to join their groups, to be a part of them, to just chit-chat with someone. But it always went nowhere. Just a short dialogue about something meaningless, and then an awkward silence. Then I noticed a guy in the corner of the room. He was alone, and he was wearing a shirt with a dragon on it, and he looked very geeky. I was interested. So I walked up to him and started talking about his shirt. And it finally worked! He was so happy that someone started to talk to him because he was the same as me. He said that he and his friends like playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's a role-playing tabletop game. So when he saw a t-shirt with a dragon on it, he bought it immediately. Other people thought it looked silly, but I told him it was awesome. We started talking, and I asked him, do you know about cordyceps? And he was actually interested. Finally! He said that he usually doesn't even go to parties, but decided to go this one time and regretted it. He said he and his friends gathered to play Dungeons and Dragons and other board games every Saturday, and I could join if I wanted, even though there were no other girls. I said yes, and went to play with them the next week. All the guys were weird and awkward, just like me. I was very confused by the game at first, but it was really fun at the same time. I finally found friends. I couldn't find friends because I was trying to fit in, instead of embracing my differences and finding people as weird and geeky as me. Share this video so other people will know that even if you're a geeky, introverted person, you can still find awesome friends.
Wow, I thought that was great, to be honest. Me too. I felt that it was great and I loved it. Well, I felt sad because she said she couldn't make friends and that was just sad to me. Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from too. It was actually very sad, and I just feel that she should have, been more happier. I was happy she made friends at the end because it was just very heartwarming to see. I feel like when people don't make friends, it's just sad because they feel like outsiders. And when you're an outsider, you kind of want to kill yourself. So, yeah. Anyway, we hope you like it. Goodbye. Bye. Anyway, guys, hope you like this episode. I might make a series. I might. Then again, I might not because I have school and projects and stuff. Anyway, Allie has something she wants to say. Hey guys, remember you guys can always find friends. Even if you have to find them the hard way, like sometimes I do. Remember, never try to fit in. Just be yourself and you can find awesome friends. You might think you're making yourself happy if you fit in, but you're actually not. You're just hurting yourself. I had to learn that myself because I tried to fit in when I should have been myself. Remember to always be yourself. And also, go to the YouTube channel. Actually happened to see where we got the video from. Bye. Love you guys.